Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zep and today we're gonna be doing Snapmap. Now, I'm planning a lot of tutorials on Snapmap, a lot of advanced functions in Snapmap, but I still haven't decided on how I would portray that kind of information yet. So what I thought is I would just go back to the basics and just wing it from there. Just, basics. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna familiarize ourselves with how Snapmap works, the HUD, the objects, and the blueprint mode, before we go on to the more advanced features of Snapmap. So our goal for this video is to navigate the main menu, which is, come on. We're also going to be making a new map, and we're going to familiarize ourselves with moving about and the actual HUD or heads-up display of Snapmap, whether you're in object or in blueprint mode. So right now we are in the main menu and we're gonna make a new map. So we go over to My Snapmap on the upper tab here. There you go, it loads. There's actually a bunch of options here. We can actually create a map. We can view our downloaded maps from the Snapmap community. We also have the maps that you yourself made. You also have your previously published maps. And then you got the Snap Academy. You got 3 of them. We got the basic training, advanced, and the reference. So, these are actually the tutorials, but a lot of people actually don't pay attention to this. If I were you, I would use this as reference, but then again, that's just me. Snap Academy reference, this is where you would actually find references to, the objects, glossary, definitions, and stuff like that. Snap puzzles are quite interesting. They present you with multiple problems that would, commonly arise when making a snap map, and you have to solve them. So we're not going to touch that just yet. But, this is very interesting. I'm very interested in making a bunch of videos out of this. And there's also, of course, your profile. You also have a store where you can actually customize your character and your weapons. And then there's a link that you can actually follow. Opens up the browser and goes to snapwiki.doom.com, which is actually the wiki of Snapmap. Now, okay, so now we've gone over that. Let's go ahead and create our map by choosing Create Map. Here we go. And we do have some templates upon clicking that. So you got Basics, Classic Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, Extraction, Hell, King of the Hill, Survival, Team Deathmatch, and Tiny. Let's go over to what the basic template looks like. Alright, so we've now loaded the basic template of Snapmap. And as you would see on the upper right portion of the screen, we are now in blueprint mode. Now, blueprint mode is actually used for when you want to add or delete or just, simply view the layout of your map. Now, you would see on the middle of your screen some stuff in here that I can highlight. Small skylight, 2-story hallway stairs, steam vent cross, and straight hallway. These are actually called modules. Now, this is the world space that your player will be moving into when they start playing the map. So we can actually view that in object mode later, but let's stay on blueprint mode for a little while longer. If you look at the upper right portion of your screen, you would see your map limits, or your map resources rather. You have the network, objects, memory, and demons. Now, if you're about to exceed any one of these, if you're about to go to over 100%, Snapmap will actually tell you that, hey, you can't add objects here anymore. You better change your plan, son, or you better optimize your map further before you proceed. It's good that you keep an eye on this very closely so that you would know exactly when to stop adding modules or when to start adding them. If you look at the left side of your screen, you would see a floor difference graph. So every time that we add a module that would change its elevation, you would see this go up or down. I don't really use this though because, it's kind of confusing to see. I would rather just go to 3D mode and see whatever, floor difference I have. But then again, that's just me. If you look at the bottom of your screen, you would see our controls. You got left control, mouse 2, G, R, and F. So if you hold the left control, that will be our undo and redo. So for example, if you deleted a module like what I did now, you can actually hold Control and Z to undo the stuff. Pretty basic stuff. You also have mouse 2 for shortcuts, which will bring up a wheel. for further actions on Snapmap. We'll go over to this later. Alright, you can also press G to add a module. As you can see here, we can select a module that we want to add. So we can press space, and there we go, place it on the map by pressing space again. We'll go over to that later. And R and F, floor up and floor down, which again, because it's related to this, we're not going to use that much. We can zoom in or out of the map by using the mouse scroll buttons. And we can move around the map by pressing W, A, S, or D. There you go. Sometimes you want to change how you view the map, so we go ahead and right click on an empty space of the map. It will bring up the wheel with a bunch of options in here. So we'd actually see a camera button here and a style button, which is binded to C and V keys. So we can actually press camera right now to see how it looks like. There you go. It goes into a perspective view. Now in this perspective view, you can actually hold your right mouse button and rotate the whole thing. You can still press WASD, and you can go one floor down or one floor up when you're pressing R and F. This perspective view is great when you wanted to look on the floor differences of your map instead of using this graph over here, and you can actually rotate it and see what it looks like. Preview it. Alright, right now it's in wireframe, and we can actually change that into something more solid. So we're gonna go ahead and right click again on an empty space and press style. There you go. So right now you would see where the walls are. You would see the objects approximately where they are in the map right now. Zoom in there and zoom out, and there you go. You can select this again to bring the floors out or to bring the walls down. Very useful if you're trying to review the placement of your objects. If you want a quick overview, this is the way to do it. And in order to return back to our previous view, which is the wireframe mode, you can just cycle again to style, and there we go. So hotkey would be V to change the style, and C to change the camera perspective. Press C there, change the perspective, and cycle V to change the view. We also have a bunch of other stuff that we can do here on blueprint mode, but for viewing the map, that is essential. So let's now go over to our objects mode. So in order to go to objects mode, you would highlight one of the modules on your map. So let's go here on straight hallway, and then we press tab. There you go. Now this is what you would call the object mode. This mode will actually allow you to add or edit or remove certain objects on your map. So we can go over here and just explore the world space. Same control applies, WASD in order to move around, use your mouse to look around. And there we go, we can see the player start. This is actually how you would use to review your map and, just see which elements need editing and edit them accordingly. So right now we can actually press C to toggle between flying mode and walking mode. So when you're in flying mode, you can actually go outside of your map and view your map like in perspective mode of blueprint. As you can see there. But here you can actually see this much more detailed, considering that this is the actual world space the player is actually in. And then we can press C again to go to walk mode. And as you can see, we're not clipping anymore through walls, though we will be clipping through certain objects. Alright, so that's it for this video. Again, my name is Zep. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more Snapmap. Doom Guy approved. I'll see you soon.